Wanderers Football Park kicked off round 16 of the Ninja A-League. Western Sydney were riding high after knocking off Brisbane Roar in their last fixture, and knew a victory would see them move off the bottom of the ladder. The Jets were desperate to snap a 3-match losing streak and a winless run that stretched back to round 6.
Gallagher being followed by Buchanan. Bauman, right-footed cross, very teasing, and it's just wide. It hits the woodwork, and Pryor follows in. Tash Pryor, the centre-back, stayed forward from the corner and makes it 1-0 to Newcastle. Danica Matos to Bronte True, onside this time. Can she use that trademark speed? True runs wide and goes for it on the angle. What a way to score your first Ninja A-League goal! And the excitement is palpable for Bronte True as she draws the Wanderers level. Bauman. Dundas caught in possession by Harada. It's at a Harada! And a pair of first-time goal scorers has turned this game on its head for the Western Sydney Wanderers. Silvesca keeps the attack alive. Who's onside? Pryor hooks it across. Bronte True loads up the shot and puts it high and wide. And maybe that should have been 3-1 to the Wanderers. Sheridan Gallagher loads up across. Cleared by McComiskey, only as far as Dundas. Parried into the crossbar. Well, Emma Dundas nearly had the sting in the tail at the end of the first half. Chico's cross. Dundas crashing off the woodwork. And now Davis puts it out for a goal kick. And that couldn't have come much closer. She's been luckless, Emma Dundas. Rolls it on for Bennett. A tangle of legs. And the referee is reaching for the pocket to give a yellow card to Libby Kofus-Brown. It's Amy Harrison. And she's good from the penalty spot. Kruzaniak went the right way, but Amy Harrison's penalty gives the Wanderers a 2-goal buffer. Bennett, off the back of Eunice, put it down as a completed pass. Captain Ellis, Eunice! Saved by Kruzaniak. Talia Eunice still looking for her first Ninja A-League goal. Caspers, half a chance. Caspers! It's in! Super sub Holly Caspers scores off the bench for the second game in a row. And it's all smiles for the Western Sydney Wanderers. Eunice looking for a burst of acceleration, is going to go for it! And a good save by Kruzaniak. Another team that's down there in the bottom 4 with them in this little quartet that has seemingly been left behind by the top 6 race. But there are still so many points to play for that a winning streak, well, you never know what's possible. Wanderers can dare to dream for another week. An emphatic home win and consecutive wins for the first time this Ninja A-League season. And there is a good feeling out at Wonderland tonight, because the full-time score is Western Sydney Wanderers 4, Newcastle Jets 1.
Adelaide United welcomed Canberra United to Cooper Stadium. Unbeaten since round 7, the Reds were eyeing off second spot if they could defeat Canberra for the second time this season. Canberra were frustrated after a draw with the Mariners last round, but could jump into the top 6 if they got all 3 points at Coopers.
Emily Condon. It's a high ball. There's numbers there. And headed wide. Constant onslaught of corners. This one, Curley, once again, numbers, falls through the arms of James, still bobbling around in the box. Can they get a shot away? Falls to Healy, bubbles back out. Leon this time, a great save from James. Sally James pulling off an incredible save. McNamara with the first strike. Tolan tried to get a shot away. Robers poked it away, and then Healy's shot was blocked, and then Leon denied by Sally James. Can a side make a difference as Taylor Young finds herself in a little bit of space? Taylor Young with the strike. Claudia Jenkins got a hand to it. Looked like it was going wide, but just the second corner of the game for Canberra. Robers High looping ball. Jenkins punched it up. Hasn't been cleared away. Darcy Malone. And it finds the back of the net. Canberra United rewarded for some poor goalkeeping and some poor defence at a set piece. Healy works. Sending it. Shot away! Chelsea Dorber gets the equaliser. There's only been one game this season that Adelaide haven't scored. They weren't going to make it a second. And Dorber, been on since the game started. 21. So interesting that Heyman taking the strike. Heyman just over the top. Michelle Heyman has scored 21 goals in this fixture alone and was about to make it a 22nd. That's a dangerous ball in. Keane with the strike. Got it. Saved. This time denied off the line. Tough. Sally James pulling off an incredible save. And this time, Claudia Jenkins denied 18 Keane, denied Bethany Gordon. Falls to Condon. Stops the run. Can she get a shot away? She's done all the hard work. And then wide it goes. And a chance for a player to be a defining moment. And Jenkins has to palm it away. Can someone stand tall for Adelaide? That's a high ball. Sitting up and a shot on goal. Back the other way and this time wide. And just couldn't beat Hayley Taylor-Young. Adelaide won the first. Keane turning 18 Keane. Denied by Jenkins, didn't have the power twice in his closing stage of the game. Claudia Jenkins has denied 18 Keane an opportunity to be the match winner. And that is going to be the last of it here at Cooper Stadium. A tough afternoon for both sides. Fiona Wirtz getting her first assist of the season to set up Chelsea Dorber. It's the reason Adelaide leave this game with a point. Adelaide moved themselves into second, but that might change after tomorrow's game. But at Cooper Stadium, it ends Adelaide United 1, Canberra United 1.
Meeting for the third time this season after 2 1-all draws, Sydney FC travelled to Amy Park to face ladder leaders Melbourne City. Now, City have been flawless this season, but have gone to new heights in recent rounds, thanks to the form of Holly McNamara. Sydney FC, meanwhile, sat in last position, but could jump to 9th if they manage to be the first team to hand City defeat this season.
We're under a lot of pressure here. Policina and Hawkesby able to nip in and score. It was Laura Hughes who was caught out on the ball. Sydney FC have been threatening every time they play Melbourne City to do just that, and it's paid off early at Amy Park. Here's Hawkesby again. Stott was caught in two minds whether to go or to stay then, and Hawkesby knows she was very, very close to having another opportunity there. Abini with the strike, just wide. Sydney FC are causing Melbourne City all sorts of problems at the moment. Corner in from Apostolakis. McNamara gets the touch. Mason Jones had to scramble. Wasn't an awful lot of power. It's come out to McKenna. His ball searching for Apostolakis, finds her. Now Rihanna Policina with the strike. Beth Mason Jones able to claim a good grab too in this weather. Melbourne City, we know they are excellent in the second half. They've conceded first 8 times now. They have still not lost a game. What can they produce in this second 45? Here comes Speckmeyer immediately after the break. Mariana Speckmeyer runs from inside her own half, smashes it past the keeper, and Melbourne City immediately equalise. Well, that didn't last long. Letitia McKenna goes for goal! Just wide this time. A appeals for a deflection. Not heated. And out for a goal kick. The throw, central, Luchtmeyer! Great save, Mirez! Amber Luchtmeyer saw the opportunity. McKenna turning, twisting, Letitia McKenna. The deflection will take it out for a Melbourne City corner. So the second best outcome there from Letitia McKenna. So Melbourne City on the counter will have an opportunity. Lourdes Bosch out to Briley Henry to win it for Melbourne City. Briley Henry scores her first goal in 714 days in the Ninja A-League. And maybe, just maybe, it is finally Melbourne City's grand final revenge. Still Briley Henry taking it to the corner. And that'll do it. Melbourne City victorious over Sydney FC for the first time this season. Briley Henry with the winner that got the home side over the line. Melbourne City are now 9 points clear on top of the table. They are 17 undefeated in the league, only 1 away from equaling the record, 2 away from beating it. This team is sensational this season. They went behind in the first half, but Mariana Speckmeyer scored a stunner only 26 seconds into the half, and then Henry added icing on the cake. That man, Ante Juric, is under an enormous amount of pressure now. Finals campaign for Sydney FC, all but over, you would have to imagine. Kenzie Hawkesby, the goal scorer early in the first half, but it wasn't enough for Sydney. Full time at Amy Park, it is Melbourne City 2, Sydney FC 1.
A pivotal top 6 battle at the home of the Matildas as Melbourne Victory faced off against Central Coast Mariners. The two teams could not be split back in round 4, but only 3 points would do for Victory if they hoped to close the gap with their crosstown rival City. A win would go a long way towards securing finals football for Emily Husband's side as they cling to 6th position.
Here's Shay Evans, promoted to the starting team. Little dink through, none. Panic! Oh, it could not have started any better for the Mariners. What a way that they worked their way into the box via the 2 English imports. This is Murphy knocking it through. Gilnick, one-on-one. Emily Gilnick, she doesn't miss those kind of opportunities. And in a big game, the players like Emily Gilnick regularly stand up. She's got her 8th of the season. She is well and truly in the Golden Boot race, and Melbourne Victory are in front here against the Mariners. Delightful pass out to Gilnick. Rachel Lowe in a good area in the middle. Gilnick goes herself and just misses out on that near post angle. And it's a good delivery, this. There's players going down everywhere in the box. And then the strike from Quilligan. And it's over the crossbar, but I'd love to put the microscope on what happened inside the box. Caitlin Williams would have needed to have eyes everywhere. Oh, here we go. And at the other end, Melbourne Victory are getting a penalty of their own. Right in the corner of the 18-yard box. It was almost outside. And blazes over M. Gilnick. And maybe Mariners fans at least would say justice is done. And here comes the corner for Murphy. It is really dangerous. Rasmussen, I believe, got it away initially, and then the deflection has found its way past Langman, and Melbourne Victory do get a big slice of fortune right on the stroke of half-time. Swinging this in dangerously off the crossbar. Well, that could have been 3-0. It could have been an Olympico from the corner. That was very fortuitous for the Central Coast. There's Pennock putting Morrison under some serious pressure. Fuller, the 16-year-old, has gone so close to getting the Mariners back within a goal.
She's not going direct, though. It's one from the training ground, and it very nearly came off for Pennock. Well saved at the near post by Courtney Newbont. Furphy shooting, and a decent save from Langman, considering the wet turf in front of her. It bobbled straight out of the rough there. Martin has a strike. And it's Melbourne victory with that defensive resolve, which consolidates second place on the ladder. A 2-0 win against the Central Coast Mariners, who were defeated for the first time in 5 matches. It's full time at the home of the Matildas. Victory 2, Mariners 0.
Brisbane returned home to Perry Park to face Cat Smith's Western United. After a stunning start to the season, the Raw have come back to the pack after dropping 3 out of their last 4. Western United would be keen for revenge after being demolished 8-2 by Brisbane back in round 8.
Popadinova all the way across to Yallop. Tamiki Yallop fires high. And then the cross from Popadinova to Yallop. I do like to play with the ball. Popadinova out to Eka. Mariel Eka with this strike. Just bending wide. Lincoln was scrambling. Ball played forward. Amy Medwin. Amy Medwin with this strike. Sikani saves. Great work from Medwin in this match. Legazo driving into space. Chloe Legazo with the thunder bastard. My goodness. Sikani, a fantastic save. Lamu. Yallop. Tamiki Yallop. Ball across. Missed at the back post by Popadinova, who can't believe it. So despite that, she's been in wonderful form. Here's Johnson. Carly Johnson. The cutback, the shot, palmed away once more by Sikani. Amy Medwin. Adriana Taranto into the box again. Still Taranto searching for a shot. Sikani there once more to make the save. Fantastic run. Here's Kruger. Zara Kruger bursting into space. Kruger, her shot was high. Not at all overawed by this away trip. Ball back in the middle. Legazo with the volley. Sikani asking the question, why was she unmarked of all the players to leave in the centre of the penalty area? Grove comes and collects. Now out wide for Taranto. Adriana Taranto in the penalty area once more. Adriana Taranto palmed away. And Johnson handballs it on the way through. And they'll just be able to reset a little bit, but they've got 2 minutes left to get through here. Popadinova. Heavy Popadinova cutting inside. Ball in towards. That is a wonderful goal to Nell 10. So we'll take a look at this again, 10. It did look offside at first viewing. And indeed, that was the call. So in fact, full time at Perry Park, it is Brisbane Roar 0, Western United 0.
To close out round 16 of the Ninja A-League, Wellington made the long trip across the ditch to face Perth Glory at the Sam Kerr Football Centre. Glory have had their most success at this venue this season as they look to claw back some ground on the rest of the competition. The distance derby shaped as a must-win for Wellington, who needed all 3 points to stay in touch with the top 6.
She had Megan Wynn bearing down there. And now it's going to break on kindly again. Caitlin Douglas this time is going to shoot with Valao off her line. Well, the goalkeeper was stranded and Caitlin Douglas just couldn't dip it in time. Possession coughed up here by Wellington. And the shot is off the woodwork. Well, the Phoenix nearly made to pay for being wasteful in possession, but here's Longo playing it through. Ferguson, moment of truth for Ferguson. And she puts it across the face. Oh, what a big chance. On the way back to Villau. Allows clearance, less than convincing. Dalton, O'Donoghue, and the shot from Dalton! Perth Glory breakthrough! And they have been practicing the goal celebrations at the Glory. An excellent left-footed shot into the bottom right corner. Here's O'Donoghue, 1 assist already. Trying to turn provider again, laid back here, and off the crossbar again. This time it's Douglas foiled. Phoenix have 1 possession back. Longo. Still Longo. Ferguson! The equaliser for the Phoenix! And redemption for Olivia Ferguson. Brilliant run from Longo, and Ferguson had to finish and did. Annalie Longo, the player to make it happen. Puts it out in front of Manaia Elliott. What a finish to the first half this would be! Off the crossbar and over. Manaia Elliott find the right cross. And it comes, a deflection or two. Brazendale and cleared off the line. O'Donoghue was there. Well, it was a scrappy corner because it didn't get clean contact there. Mackenzie Barry was flying. Brazendale was there. There was a bit of byplay between Ferguson and the goalkeeper. Mackenzie Barry switching flanks. Megan Wynn puts it back into the middle, and it's in. Perth take the lead. Megan Wynn's cross has been turned in, and Perth Glory, with 20 minutes of this one to go, are back in front. He's going to drift it in and straight onto the head of McCutcheon. Can Phoenix go end to end? They can't. Blocked by McKenna. It'll sit up, and Vilau's out. Off the woodwork from Zog, and then the follow-up wide from Wynn. And that was Glory's chance to have a 2-goal buffer. Lara Wall, can she get the step right for a cross? And Ferguson heads it wide. Oh, it was a teasing ball. It would have needed a special header from that range, and it went wide. And Perth Glory prevailed. A really unfortunate slice of luck for Wellington, who just couldn't muster an equaliser as they went for it late. Full-time, Perth Glory 2, Wellington Phoenix 1.
At the conclusion of round 16, no change at the top, but reigning champion Sydney FC sit dead last in the Ninja A-League, with the Wanderers the big movers. Catch us after the international break for more Ninja A-League action.